Keeping a clean home is really hard, and I don't think enough YouTubers are admitting it. They make it look easy, seamless, even enjoyable. Meanwhile, we wonder why everyone else is keeping up just fine, yet we're drowning. It doesn't matter how much I do, it doesn't matter if I spend 3 hours cleaning, I'm always behind. Do you ever feel that way? Well, I'm here to tell you that there is a way to get your home clean even in the midst of your chaotic life. I know you may have little kids, or you're working 12-hour days, or maybe you're caring for a sick family member. But what I love about this approach is that it works for women of all stages of life. From the super organized woman who has it all together to the mom who is just barely getting by. This is for you. But in order for this approach to work, I'm going to need to ask you to let go of your perfectionism, to let go of your need to do every task perfectly from start to finish. In order to move forward, I need to know that you can be okay with good enough, because that is the only way we are going to be able to get our homes cleaned without losing ourselves in the process. And not only am I going to share this approach to cleaning with you, but I'm also going to give you the opportunity to do it alongside me. No more excuses. Let's get our homes clean today. And hey, if you don't have the time to do this right now, well, add this video to your watch later list and let's do it later. Or grab my free printable in the description and do it on your own time. But either way, I guarantee you that this video will change the game for you. You've made cleaning too complicated. It's about time that we make it simple, attainable, and most importantly, fast, because we have more important things to do than clean all day every day. So here it is, the cleaning system that every woman should try, and it's called the Tidy Tango. 5 cleaning tasks, 52 minutes of cleaning, and then your home will be company ready. Can you believe it? And I'll walk you through each one. You don't even need a timer. So, what do you say? Are you ready for a clean home in under an hour? And then after, you can call up the Browns and invite them for dinner because your home is going to look amazing. Okay? Stop thinking about it. Let's just do it. You ready? Out of the 5 tasks, each task will be only 10 minutes. When that time is up for the first task, move on to the next, even if the job isn't finished. I know that's really hard for some of you, but you just gotta do it. Because otherwise, this isn't gonna work. Remember what I said about perfectionism? We need to be okay with good enough in order for this to work. Now, before we can even get started, I need to get you out of your slump. I know you're tired and unmotivated. I can see you. You haven't slept in days. Well, I'm gonna fix that. Get on your feet. No, I'm not kidding. Stand up. We're going to spend the next 2 minutes waking you up and creating the motivation that you're severely lacking. It's going to be crazy, but it works. We're going to dance for 2 minutes. Come on, get up. Let's go. On your feet. Let's go. Don't you try to skip this part, because this is a part of the Tidy Tango that gives you the energy you need to clean. So you gotta move. Get up and move. Don't skip this. I mean it. Hey you. I see you on the couch. Get up and dance with your mom, cause she's the bomb.com. She's the bomb.com. Cause she wants a clean house. And there's nothing wrong with that. So get up and give her a pat on the back and dance. Dance with her. Let's go. Let's dance until it's time to clean. So you ready to do our moves? Here we go. Wash the windows. Wash the windows. Wash the windows. Wash the windows and mop the floor. Mop the floor. And clean that bowl. Clean that plate. Clean that cup. And clean another plate. Wash that bowl. Wash the plate. Wash the cup. And wash another plate. Let's go. Let's dance. It doesn't matter how you look. Because look at me. I mean, I can't dance. So if I can dance like this in front of thousands of people on the internet, then you can dance in your living room, okay? You're an amazing dancer. And we're getting ready to start. We're gonna do the dishes with all of our heart. We're gonna dance and then clean and get this home in order, and then you're gonna rest. And it's gonna be awesome. So are you ready? Let's go. Let's do the dishes because the dance is over. Let's go. All right, you heard me. Head over to your sinks because it's time to do the dishes. That is the first task in our Tidy Tango. Don't waste any time. Get to your sink. I know it's full of dishes. We're gonna wash them. We're gonna empty the dishwasher. Let's get to it. I am your cleaning coach, your timer, your encourager, your body double, whatever the heck you want to call me. We're in this together. Girl. I'd say boy too, but I assume most of you are women. But hey, if you're a man, that's awesome. Please start a YouTube channel. Your videos will go viral as women all around the world share your content with their husbands. Okay, so let's talk about this Tidy Tango. Why are we doing this, and why do I think that every woman should know about it? Well, the problem with cleaning is that we believe we should only clean if we have the time to do a close to perfect job. We pressure ourselves into thinking that whatever we're cleaning has to look as good as new. And if we can't commit the time to this level of cleaning, then we just don't clean at all. We seem to think that it's better to do nothing than something if that something isn't a total transformation. So, our perfectionism causes our homes to stay messy. That, or we wear ourselves down cleaning, spending 2 hours picking up after the kids go to bed, when that's supposed to be our time to relax. So, that's why I created the Tidy Tango. I wanted to make a way for women to not feel defeated. Because that's how I always felt. Like, what's even the point anymore? I couldn't keep up. The sink was never empty, the bathrooms were always filthy, and my floors would go months without being mopped. I felt defeated. And then, one day I was inspired by Fly Lady's weekly home blessing, where she similarly has you complete 7 tasks within 70 minutes. She showed me that I can get my house clean without spending 5 hours cleaning it. She taught me the importance of using a timer and how I could get my home back to a beautiful state in just 1 hour. I found that to be life-changing for me. And after doing her weekly home blessing for 3 years, I decided to make my own variation and created the Tidy Tango. I loved her weekly home blessing, but it didn't cover all the areas I needed help with. Dishes, for example. I didn't have a dishwasher for years, and my sink was always a disaster. I mean, literally, I never saw the bottom of it. It just didn't exist. I tried so hard to keep up with dishes, but I couldn't. I knew I needed to add that to my Tidy Tango. And then bathrooms. I never wanted to let anyone come over because the bathroom wasn't ever clean enough, and it embarrassed me. So I added that to my Tidy Tango. And then the floors, covered in toys all the time. My surfaces flooded with stuff. How could I even get to doing Fly Lady's weekly home blessing? I couldn't even see the spaces that I wanted to clean. So I added tidying up to the Tidy Tango. Oh, and what about the lack of motivation? You know how hard it is to get up and clean for an hour when you can barely get off the couch because you're so exhausted and overwhelmed? So I knew I needed to change that. And I found dancing to work beautifully. It just put me in a good mood. It made me smile. I got my blood flowing, and it gave me that little burst of energy that I needed to get started. So the Tidy Tango was born. A way of cleaning that would allow women to let go of perfection and reclaim their homes without feeling overwhelmed or defeated. To break free from the cycle of giving up their weekends to cleaning all day and still feeling like they got nothing done. You don't have to live this way anymore. You can get your home clean in just an hour and then enjoy the rest of your day. And no, it's not going to be perfect. We may miss a few crumbs on the floor after sweeping, or we might not get to every dish in this sink. But you know what? When this hour is up, you'll see it. You'll see how clean your home will look and the calm you'll feel because of it. When you're sitting on the couch in the end, looking back at all the work you just did, you're not even going to be thinking about the last 5 forks that you didn't get to wash. You're just going to feel peace. Peace that your home looks clean, smells clean, and relieved that even if your son brings his friend home for dinner tonight, it doesn't matter. Your house will be company ready and you won't stress about it. So, don't stop. Just keep doing these dishes. I know we're just at the beginning right now, but I'm telling you, these 52 minutes are going to fly right by. And I'm going to make it fun for you. I will have some very short music breaks here and there, but I'm going to try my best to make sure that you not only get these tasks done, but have a good time doing them. Because fun makes time fly by faster, and I'm all about making cleaning fun. So, hang in there, keep washing those dishes, and I'll talk to you in a minute or two.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. We can do what we like. We can do what we like, baby, while we're young.
Alright, I admit, I ran out of footage. I didn't have a ton of dishes to do this day because I didn't know I was going to make this video. It was a spontaneous decision. If I knew, then I would have purposely saved the dishes I had done the night before for this video. So, I am using footage from the last tidy tango that I made. But I'm sure you guys don't mind. If you've already finished your dishes, then you can either wipe down the counters or you can move on to the next task and get a head start on tidying up. I'll leave that up to you. Otherwise, just keep doing your dishes. Let's see if we can finish them all. Now, for those of you who watched my first Tidy Tango video, you may be wondering why I shortened the length of the dancing from 5 minutes to 2 minutes. Well, after hearing a lot of feedback from you guys and testing it out myself, I decided that 5 minutes felt a little too long. 2 minutes seemed to do the trick in boosting energy levels for me. I actually found that I was out of breath after 5 minutes, and I don't want to exhaust you of all your energy before you even get to cleaning. I want to give you energy, not rob you of it. So I concluded that 5 minutes was a little counterproductive. And I'm sure that your older kids are thankful that you're not dancing as long. But hey, the little kids love it. And all we're doing is practicing for a future audition on America's Got Talent. We could go together and call ourselves the Mommy Moppy Masters while we dance with mops and each other. Oh, it'll be out of this world. So I originally wasn't planning on making another Tidy Tango video so early after just releasing my last one a few months ago. But I received so many comments from you guys asking me to create another one because you loved it. Many of you told me that you're doing it with me every week and have memorized all of the answers to the trivia, which, by the way, there will be another round of later, so keep your ears open for that. Some of you also mentioned that you're doing this with your kids, which is also amazing. I love to hear about families getting involved in cleaning together. So I knew I had to create another one because the demand was high. I think I had to have read over 50 comments of people asking me to make it again. I'm just so thankful that it's helping. And I wanted to try to reach more women so that they too can feel less stressed with their houses. So thank you for nudging me in the right direction. I do try to read all of your comments when I can, and I love hearing all the suggestions. So if there's something that you want to see on this channel, tell me, because this content is made to serve you, and I just want to create videos that are fun and lighthearted, but also encouraging and full of value. All right, our time is up. Put down the bowl and step away from the sink. We are moving on to the next task in our tidy tango, which is to tidy up. We're only staying within the main living area, so don't go upstairs, don't go into your kids' bedrooms, just focus on the areas of your home that your guests see. So that would be the kitchen, dining room, living room, family room, entryway, and the guest bathroom. Pick up the toys, papers, and other random things that are out of place. If there's any dirty laundry, then quickly gather it up and put it in a laundry basket. But don't get distracted and start a load of laundry. Stay on task and stay focused. Right now, we're just trying our best to get our floors and surfaces free of clutter. I want to see that table again. I know it exists. We just gotta find it. Like finding buried treasure. Dig through the clutter. Your tables and floors are the treasure. My home isn't very cluttered today. It normally has more of a mess. But about a month ago, I started delegating random tasks to my husband, and one of those tasks is to tidy up before bed. So the fact that a lot of the rooms are already close to tidy just comes to show that he's doing his job. Recently, I reached a tipping point of exhaustion from feeling overwhelmed with the house. So I decided to start assigning more chores to Jordan. I don't know why I waited so long to do this. I think as women, sometimes we're hesitant to ask for help. But why? I mean, we shouldn't be. As husband and wife, we're a team, right? This is our home. The pressure shouldn't be all on one person. But I think we feel this way due to past cultural norms. I mean, growing up, who did you see cleaning the most? Your mom or your dad? For a lot of people, they didn't see their dads clean the house. And there's a lot of pressure on us just because of that. And it's hard to break the cycle. But it's worth it, don't you think? So, if you're overwhelmed, don't be afraid to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. If we don't ask for help and keep doing everything ourselves, then we're teaching our husbands and our kids that this is just how things work. Mom does everything and dad sits on the couch with a beer. But that's not the way it should be. So let's break the mold and ask for some darn help. Anyway, that was way too serious for a tidying session. So we're going to take a quick music break and then we will return for some lighthearted conversation, okay? Keep tidying. Don't stop until the 10 minutes are up.
I could probably use some heartbreak to get moving. Tired of the way you let me down. You fill me up with broken promises, 'cause you never keep them. I'm so sick of the way you let me down. So all my time, oh, don't try. I don't like all the things you do, mess with my head. Just pick me up, let me down.
I hope you're starting to find your floors. See, I told you they existed. Tidying up is such an important part of keeping our homes in order. I know how easy it is to get caught up in wanting to clean, only to spend hours tidying and never quite getting to the actual cleaning. That's why I think everyone should dedicate just 10 minutes each day to tidying up. Sometimes we think it's pointless. I mean, why even waste my time? The mess is just going to return. Well, yeah, it will return. But not only will it return, but it'll grow and grow and grow until it is so out of control that you accidentally lose your husband in it.
Oh,
But if you're tidying up every single day, then when you're finally ready to have a cleaning session, the mess isn't overwhelming. You can clean it up quickly and get to mopping your floors or dusting your furniture. Clutter just adds up so quickly. I know by now that you're probably aware of the stress our stuff can bring on our lives. And I am definitely not a minimalist, but I do try to regularly donate things that I don't use because I cannot stand not being able to shut a drawer or put something away. I've been trying to go through one room of my house a month so that hopefully by the end of the year my home will be fully decluttered. So far, haven't been great at being consistent, but I'm trying. It's so hard to be consistent with anything when you have little kids, but sometimes we just have to be okay with that because this time with young children is short, but as many of you like to remind me, it goes by quick. So yeah, maybe my home will be a mess for the next few years, but then my kids will grow up and go to college, and then by the time I get my clean home back, I won't even want it anymore. I'll probably look back and miss when they were young and tearing apart my living room. So, moral of the story, just enjoy the moment that you're in right now. Yeah, we want to have clean homes, but there's more to life than cleaning. If spending more time with my kids makes my home messier, then let it be messy. And that's why we're doing this Tidy Tango, so that we can clean quickly and be done. We don't want to completely neglect our homes and let them spiral out of control, but we also don't want to spend all day, every day cleaning. So, if you just do a Tidy Tango once a week, you'll find that your home stays in decent shape without burdening yourself with constant cleaning. It's about finding that balance between maintaining a tidy home and enjoying quality time with the people you love most. And no, doing a weekly Tidy Tango won't keep your home spotless. Of course, you have to do other cleaning tasks too. I understand that. But when I discovered this approach to cleaning, letting go of perfectionism and doing multiple tasks really quickly in a short amount of time, it changed my home. I wasn't doing that much. Yet, week after week, I was pleased with how my home looked. I realized that I didn't have to spend 25 minutes mopping the floor, but I could do it in just 10 minutes and not stress myself out if I missed a spot by the door. Good enough had to be good enough so that I could live my life. So, that's why you're here. Let's get this cleaning over with so that you can go live your life. I want you to dance with your kids and visit with your neighbors. I want you to spend your weekends baking brownies and going to the pool. I don't want you spending this Saturday deep cleaning the kitchen. Saturdays are for enjoying time with your family. Tell me in the comments, what is your favorite thing to do on the weekends or on your day off of work? I love to go biking. I don't get to do it too often anymore, but before I had kids, I would spend my weekends biking for an hour or so, and then I would stop at an ice cream shop, because what is the fun of exercise if you can't reward yourself with ice cream when you're done? I hope to get out more this summer. As a YouTuber, I naturally spend more time sitting since editing just one video takes me about 10 hours. But it's important for our mental health to get outside. Sometimes I feel like a vampire though. If it's too hot outside, I'm grumpy and I want to go inside. And I guess that's what happens when you live in New York and it's always freezing. Then you can't handle 80-degree weather. I prefer 70 degrees and no higher, or I can't stand being out. I don't want to be this way. I want to be someone who likes being outside. But I really don't like bugs, nor bees, which I guess are still bugs, but they're the most evil kind of bug, especially wasps. Here's another reason I likely will never leave the Northeast. Our bugs aren't as big as the bugs you find down south. Okay, the time is up. Stop tidying and get to the bathroom that guests use. We are going to spend 10 minutes cleaning here. If you end early and have a second bathroom, then you can go ahead and clean the next one. We're going to get as much done as we can in 10 minutes. And as for the guest bathroom, don't worry about sweeping or mopping in here because we will cover that later in the Tidy Tango. For now, just focus on cleaning the toilets, sinks, counters, mirrors, emptying garbages, wiping down the bathtub. Just do as much as you can as fast as you can. I'd suggest starting with the toilet because if you do end up having visitors, then you're going to want that to be clean. That's one of the first places I go when I hear someone's coming to visit, even though I didn't start with the toilet in this video. But as parents say, do what I say, not what I do. Also, you will have fun watching my cats annoy me the entire time that I'm cleaning this bathroom. I don't know why, but they are fascinated with watching me wipe down surfaces. What are some weird things that your cats or dogs like to do? Let me know. All right, I'm going to take a little break from talking. I'll be back in a couple minutes and be prepared because we are going to do a round of trivia. I'll talk to you soon.
There's a hummingbird singing right outside my door. I'm going out to hear it better, 'cause it reminds me of my home. And every time I see it clearer, it begins to fade away. It's like I'm stuck here in the middle of what's going on around me. Oh yeah. This is how.
All right, I'm back, and I hope you're prepared for some trivia. I spent some time thinking about what I wanted to make the trivia about, and I decided that since I am tired of talking about cleaning, I'm going to make the trivia about food, because that's more fun. Are you ready? I looked up some strange facts, and I'm looking forward to hearing how many you can get right. All right, let's do this. Question number 1. What is the most stolen grocery item? Is it A, packaged meat, B, cheese, C, baby formula, or D, alcohol? If you said B, you are correct. The most stolen grocery item is cheese. Can you believe it? According to a Time article from 2011, they found that 4% of the world's cheese ends up stolen, and even years later, cheese still tops the list. All right, next question. Which country drinks the most coffee in pounds per person a year? Is it A, Finland, B, Sweden, C, the United States, or D, Canada? If you said D, then you're wrong. It's A. Finland tops the list for the biggest coffee drinkers in the world. In Finland, people love coffee so much that they get 10 to 15-minute breaks a day just for coffee. And on average, each person in Finland drinks about 4 cups of coffee every day. Crazy. All right, question 3. Which chocolate bar is the global bestseller? Is it A, peanut butter cups, B, Hershey's chocolate bars, C, Snickers, or D, Kit Kats? If you said Snickers, then you're right. But don't feel bad if you said peanut butter cups, because apparently that is the second highest seller. But the number 1 most purchased chocolate bar is indeed the Snickers bar. And here's something I just learned today. The Snickers bar was actually named after the family's favorite horse, owned by the people who created the chocolate. All right, let's do a couple more. This is fun. Let's test our measuring skills in the kitchen. How many tablespoons are in a cup? Is it A, 16 tablespoons, B, 12 tablespoons, C, 8 tablespoons, or D, 10 tablespoons? The answer is A, 16 tablespoons. Tell me in the comments if you got it right or wrong. I'm curious. I don't think I would have known that. I'm also very bad at math. Okay, last question. What is the only fruit with seeds on the outside? I'm not going to give you a multiple choice on this one. That'll just give it away. You're just going to have to guess. I'll give you a few seconds. Go ahead. What is the only fruit with seeds on the outside? And the answer is strawberries. Who got it? Okay, let's do a few true or false questions. True or false? The seeds are the spiciest part of the pepper. The answer is false. The majority of the heat that comes from a pepper is in the white flesh, often referred to as the veins. Next question. True or false? Adding salt to water will make it boil faster. The answer is false. This one really surprised me. According to Mental Floss, adding salt doesn't make water boil faster, it actually slows down the process. They're saying that this happens because of something called boiling point elevation. So when salt is added, it raises the boiling point of water and therefore it takes longer to reach the boiling point and turn into vapor. It's almost so shocking that it's hard to believe, because I swear when I put salt in water, it boils faster. But I don't know. Apparently not. Anyway, last one. True or false? Storing tomatoes upside down will make them last longer. I guess this is true. According to the website Serious Eats, storing tomatoes with the stem side down helps them stay juicy and fresh for longer. They did tests where tomatoes stored this way stayed plump, while those stored stem side up started to wrinkle. Now you know, and you'll never put your tomatoes away the same way again. Okay, trivia is over. Let's take a short music break and keep on cleaning those bathrooms. If you're done with the first bathroom and you have more than one, then move on to the next one. Don't stop until those 10 minutes are up.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
I hope your bathrooms are starting to look a lot better. I know mine needed a good clean. I didn't touch the bathtub because I've been trying to make cleaning the bathtub a daily job. I found that before, I would go weeks without cleaning my tub and then would have to spend like an hour scrubbing it. And it was always disgusting. So now I try to clean the shower when I'm already in it. I finish washing my hair and then I give the floors and walls a really quick wipe down before I get out. This helps to stop soap scum from having a chance to grow, and then I don't have to spend every month on my hands and knees scrubbing it. I remember one time when my brother was in town, he stopped by and asked to take a shower, and I was mortified. I told him I needed 5 minutes, and I quickly cleaned it as much as I could, but even 5 minutes wasn't enough to really get the job done. And I was ashamed in the end. I mean, I know he's family. I shouldn't care. But when your brother has a cleaner home than you do, then you may feel embarrassed when he comes to shower and your bathtub is orange. But granted, he doesn't have kids. Maybe I have more of an excuse to be the messier one. That's what I'm going with. Even though his bedroom was always cleaner than mine when we were growing up. But I'm still blaming it on having kids. What's the point of having kids if you can't blame them for your messiness? All right, it looks like the time is up. You are done with the bathrooms, and guess what? We only have 2 more tasks. I want you to go find your brooms and vacuums. We are going to tackle the floors in the main living areas. The same area that we tidied up is the area that we're going to vacuum in. So hopefully you were able to get enough stuff clear so that you can vacuum. And let's get these floors cleaned and ready to mop, because that will be our last task. Move quickly. These 10 minutes fly by fast for this task. And since you're using your vacuums, I'm not going to talk because I don't want to waste my breath if you can't hear me. So I'm just going to play some good music and I will talk to you in 10 minutes. When the time is up, I'll make sure to play a loud sound so that you know it. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling like the tide. And the match that drew a spark was a single stolen kiss. And if that ain't love, I don't know what is. For years I've kept my feelings grounded and gone without, all kept within. By these high walls I've been surrounded. Walls to her eyes only paper thin. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling like the turning of the tide. And the match that drew the spark was a single stolen kiss. And if that ain't love, I don't know what is. If that ain't love, I don't know what is.
What you gonna do? 선택의 기로에 난 지켜내려 해. 쉽지 않아도 진실한 나만의 beliefs. You know what they say, don't brag about what you have. Be careful and be humble, otherwise you should be ready to stumble. You know what they say, 자신감이 없니? 왜 당당하게 살지를 못해? Keep walking your way, don't look back. 너만의 길이야. Even when you fall, don't look back. 사실은 말이야. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. 'Cause it's only yours. Only yours, yeah. 쏟아지는 말, 이미 어지러운 이 세상 속에서 어둠 속의 light 붙잡아 진실한 나만의
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this page. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, forget I made this way, but why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? The only one that's left in the rain. The only one that's left in the Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain?
Time's up. It doesn't matter if you didn't get to the entryway or the bathroom. I want you to put your vacuums and brooms away. Remember what I said, good enough has to be good enough for us to get through this. Get your mops all set up. Let's get started. I'm still using my favorite mop that I found on Amazon, the Bona mop. I just love the ability to have the cleaning solution right inside of the mop itself. Modern cleaning is the best. I feel so bad for any women who lived more than 100 years ago. Imagine life without washing machines, dishwashers, vacuums. Ugh. And I thought life as a woman was hard in 2024. Our poor ancestors. So, how difficult was it for you to walk away from vacuuming? I hope you're not still vacuuming, because in 10 minutes, We are done with the tidy tango, and mopping the floors is like the icing on the cleaning cake. It's a must do. This tidy tango doesn't feel complete without that final mop. There's something special about it. The smell of your mopping solution in the air, the shiny floors, the mopping is what gives you that much needed dopamine release. I mean, I guess you could get that release from the other tasks too, but I think mopping bumps that release up a few notches. But don't listen to me, I'm just making stuff up. However, I've heard that we do release feel-good hormones when we complete tasks that we find rewarding or satisfying, so there's some truth to what I'm saying. Although, I could easily get a much higher dopamine release off of a hot fudge sundae, but we won't get into that. Someone in the comments recently mentioned that I encourage unhealthy eating too often. But I don't know what she's talking about. I mean, I always have nuts and cherries on my sundaes, which are very healthy. I know I make a lot of jokes about ice cream, but the truth is, I broke the habit of eating it every night, as hard as it was. So now I have it as a once in a while treat 3 times a week, but I'm trying to cut down to 2 times a day. Okay, that's enough. I can't spend every tidy tango talking about food and desserts. It's just gonna make you all hungry. Speaking of food, I went to this buffet yesterday, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. You know, with everything that happened in 2020, so many buffets disappeared, and many in my town closed for good. It was a sad year. But one just recently opened up about 30 minutes from where I live, and I made the drive for it. It was totally worth it. Who else here loves a good buffet? All right, seriously, I need to stop making these videos when I'm hungry. I think from now on, I need to have a full meal before I hit record. Or we end up here where we do food trivia and I tell you everything I ate in a week. Let's get back to cleaning. How's it smell in your house? Like pears? Are you using Fabuloso? It's my favorite mopping solution, but I guess not everyone here likes it like I do. You Pine-Sol users. Traitors. So some of you may be wondering why I have random weights in the dining room. Well, that's because it keeps this baby gate up. And I'm too lazy to screw it into the wall. So instead, I just pile up heavy weights against it. But I make it look classy, right? Before we know it, I'll be a trendsetter. People will be lining up to buy kettlebells just to set them on their IKEA shelves. Because I'm not just a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. So how's mopping treating you? Are you breaking a sweat yet? I always sweat when I mop. This is the most challenging part of the tidy tango. I think mopping should be included in fitness DVDs. It's hard work. If I mop the house, then I'm skipping my workout because I believe it to be a pretty good workout in itself. But there's a reason that I put this as the last task. 1, because you can't really do any other tasks if your floors are all wet. And 2, well, I guess that first reason's good enough by itself. But if it weren't, then it would have been a great task to end with regardless, because by saving the hardest task for the end, it pushes you to finish strong. You've already made it this far, you might as well conquer that last job. It's like crossing the finish line of the race. Because I'm telling you, if you decide you're done after you vacuum, then you're really robbing yourself of the satisfaction of seeing your floors shine back at you. But we won't get into that conversation again because I have a feeling it'll lead right back into talking about ice cream. All right, we're going to take another music break. Keep mopping and don't give up yet. You're so close.
It doesn't even make sense why I think about you. It was only one night, only that time, and it's not my style to be caught up in the middle like this. 'Cause now I dream about you. I was probably too drunk, it's blurry, but I've got the image of you running circles in my mind right now. And it could fade away, but it probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive in with you, and maybe I'll drown.
Just mop get to it. Don't give up until you do it. Just mop, get to it. Don't you give up. You heard me? Don't give up. You're so close. I can see the finish line from here, and you know what's at the end of the finish line? The couch. After this tidy tango, you're gonna plop right into that cushiony piece of furniture and do a whole lot of nothing. I should really add that as a 6th task of the tidy tango. Task number 6. Sit and do nothing for 10 minutes. No, 1 hour. Although if you have young kids, this probably isn't possible. Unless their dad is home, then just do what he does. Go to the bathroom, tell him you've got to go number 2, and then lock the door and don't open it for an hour. When you come out an hour later, the kids will probably have the home trashed again. But hey, at least you got to enjoy it for a minute. Ah, the joys of motherhood. When your home is never clean, no matter your routine. But we can at least find comfort in knowing that underneath the mess of toys, the floors shine and smell amazing. And hey, if someone comes to our door, our toilets and sinks are scrubbed and our dishes are washed. I mean, are those not the greatest concerns when we have visitors anyway? Bathrooms, dishes, and floors? When life is as hectic as it is right now, I don't have time to obsess over a perfectly tidy home. The only thing I care about is whether or not I can let someone in if they come to the door, because that's the season I'm in right now. Clean what is seen and ignore the rest. They're not going upstairs because it's a disaster up there. Sometimes I get so frustrated because I want to be the kind of person who says, hey, come on over without any prior plans. I love spontaneity. But most of the time, I'm too embarrassed, so I'm more likely to not have anyone come over. I could be hanging out with my neighbor in the backyard and really want to invite them in, but I know the state of my home, so I just won't. And the reality is, they have kids too. Their house is probably just as messy, but we're so afraid of judgment. The truth is, moms don't admit to their downfalls enough. They talk a lot about the milestones that their kids are excelling in and the triumphs of motherhood, but rarely do we open up about our own struggles. I wish we could be more honest as moms, so that motherhood could feel like a supportive community instead of this big competition. In my church, we have these bi-weekly meetings where a bunch of moms get together, hang out, and encourage one another. We normally go through a book and they provide babysitting, which is just awesome. Well, a few weeks ago, one of the moms shared a story that really spoke to me. She talked about these 2 friends, both mothers with young children, who never hung out because their homes were always messy. They'd run into each other at the grocery store and would be genuinely happy to see their friends since they were both feeling lonely. But neither of them wanted to invite the other over because they couldn't keep up with cleaning and they didn't have time to put on a nice dinner. So one day, one of the ladies got really fed up with it, and when she bumped into the other mom, she said, "Hey, you want to have a crappy dinner at my house? I don't have time to clean or cook a fancy meal, but I could whip up some hot dogs and Kraft mac and cheese." And the other mom was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So they had crappy dinner with the house left as it was, and they had an absolute blast together. They hung out for hours, they laughed so much, and they just thoroughly enjoyed the time together. At the end of the day, the other mom said, "Hey, you want to have a crappy dinner at my house next week?" And she was like, "Totally." And finally, they were able to reconnect with the understanding that they weren't going to clean for each other. They realized that the time spent together is what truly matters, and they weren't going to let a messy house get in the way of that anymore. So seriously, go call up your friend and plan a crappy dinner with them, because we need each other. God didn't create us to deprive ourselves from adult contact and hang out in our living rooms all day. This isn't 2020 anymore. Let's get into each other's living rooms, no matter how messy, and just do life together. Okay, listen, you did it. The time is up. You can put your mops down and remember what I told you to do next. Yeah, you get on that couch and lay down. If your husband's taking up half the couch, no problem. Take off your socks. He's gonna give you a foot rub. You deserve it. All right, I don't want you to clean anymore. So I'm going to link right here a fun, lighthearted video intended to make you laugh while you lie down and relax. So click here if you want to watch a funny video about ice cream, and I guarantee you that Jordan and I will give you a good chuckle. I'll see you there.